So we have just 8 games left remaining of our debut Premier League season, and we are still kind of in this fight. It could have been a completely different story, however. The last time we met was, I think we played the Fulham game on camera, didn't we? And then we lost against Manchester City, and then we lost 4 games in a row, which was kind of expected. It was Chelsea, Bournemouth, Man United, Liverpool, and then we moved into March, and we won twice. We won 2 games in a row. Leeds, we absolutely dominated against Villa. We just about scraped past them. If we didn't win those games, we'll be sat on 23 points. We'll be down in 18th place. Today, we're going to be playing Nottingham Forest and I think Brentford. I think it's Brentford. It is. It's Nottingham Forest and Brentford, and there's Watford in the middle as well. So for the Nottingham Forest game, then, we're at home for this one. It is going to be Perisic in goal, Barton, Machuca, Dijkstra and Gregg in defence, Elliott and Finnegan in midfield for this one, with Darko, Moreno, Santillan and Rory Allen up front. Moreno, obviously, we pushed him out onto the left wing purely because Santillan and Rory Allen are actually very, very good footballers, and I think Moreno, he can do a job on that left-hand side. We spent a lot of time in last episode trying to find a left winger. We literally bought one, didn't we? This is the definition of a 6-pointer, isn't it? A loss here will see us drop down into the relegation zone. I think it will. Forest have just won their last game as well, which isn't perfect, but we are arguably a better team than Forest. If Forest win, we won't drop down. It's fine. If Forest win, they go on to 23 points. They can still technically survive relegation, but they are rooted to the bottom of the table. We have to win, and I'm genuinely concerned that we're probably going to lose about 3-0. 9 minutes on the clock, and we have the ball coming forward. Moreno with it. Cuts inside. He's been tackled superbly well, and now Lewis Potter's going to go for a run for Forest. He's managed to find a little bit of space. Gelhardt to Diego. Long-range effort from Diego. He dinks the top of the bar. It goes over. That kind of came out of the blue. Right, it looks like we're getting shots away, but 0 on target. I think we've had 6 so far. All off target. Santillan with the ball back to Barton. Now Elliott facing away from goal. Whips in across towards Moreno. Goalkeeper Mort? I don't know what I said. Mort. His name is Pays. Pays comes out. Machuca controls it. Dijkstra to Machuca again. Our one remaining real player in our current starting 11. Darko with it. Backwards. Not the best pass from Darko to Barton. Elliott's going to go for a run. Long ball. Finds Barton again. Crosses it in. Rory Allen's been absolutely clattered. It is going to be a penalty. We're going to probably get VAR just to confirm, but that has to be a pen. Come on, VAR. Be my friend. It is a penalty. It is going to be Emmanuel Santillan to step up and take it. The Argentine striker signed from Liverpool a couple of seasons ago. Where is it going to go? Bottom right. It is bottom right. We take the lead against Nottingham Forest. 26 minutes played. And about 2 minutes later, we're coming forward again. Moreno goes for a little effort. Not the best of chances, or not the best of shots, should I say, into the hands of the goalkeeper, and nothing comes from that. Is something going to come from the corner? Barton towards Elliott at the front post. Rory Allen's there on the volley. Someone's offside. Not quite sure how. Right, more VAR time then, I guess. I'm assuming they're going to say Allen was offside, but I don't think he was. He wasn't. The goal is awarded. I feel like they had a player on the line. So Barton's cross comes in. Elliott was there. He was easily onside. So onside, in fact, they didn't even show the lines. Forest do have themselves a chance of their own, though. Gelhardt with a free kick. It's a weird free kick. I thought he was going to shoot. Instead, it's down to Blagojevic, and his goal is being disallowed. It's more VAR, everybody. Didn't we have an episode like this recently where there was just lots of VAR? I think this is counting. I don't know why they're saying it isn't. Yeah, it's definitely counted. I don't know why they even bothered to mention VAR. If we win this game, we'll move ourselves up into 15th place. If we win our next game as well, the one against Brentford, we could potentially be a mid-table side. We are hopefully, in this episode, going to get ourselves out of a relegation scrap. That is the plan. What do I say here? I want to try and fire people up. I'm not happy, but I'm also not happy. I mean, I've got faith. I've got faith. Do that for everybody. Try and get some motivation in some players. Barton with a corner towards the front post. Machuca's headed effort goes just over the bar. First chance of the second half. Just 2 minutes to get here. Darko, he's playing awful. Jim Gregg is playing just as bad, in fact. I mean, what's the deal with wingers at the moment? I can't seem to get my wingers to perform. And I guess we just do all of our wingers getting subbed off. Right, on the right-hand side, Alan Roberts. That's why we signed him. He should be a right winger. On the left-hand side, Brynjarsen, sure. And we'll also do Jim Gregg, because why not? Connor Cameron, lovely. Might have been a mistake to do all 3 subs at once, but we've taken off our 3 worst performers. Gedson Fernandez with a free kick for Forest. I mean, I've just realised it's 2-1. It's not 2-0, is it? Gelhardt to Blagojevic. Loses out and Roberts can clear it upfield to absolutely nobody in a white shirt. Long ball forward, back towards the strikers. Del Castillo's in the penalty area. Plays it across goal. What a save that is from Pedicic. He's on a 6.6. He's just jumped up to a 6.8 from 1 save. Gedson Fernandez with a corner. 20 minutes to play. Elliott with a theatrical clearance, we'll call it. Dorrington back to Gay. It's coming forward. Blagojevic. Hopefully the highlight's going to end and it was just the corner. Good. Cameron with the throw to Rory Allen. Back to Cameron. We've got about 12 minutes of normal time. Finnegan now. Brynjarsen lumps it towards the back post, towards Roberts. He's not going to get there. Gay back to Dorrington. Down towards Barton of our side, though. Barton's going to go for a run. It's a deep cross. Brynjarsen's there at the back post. He's hit the back post. And Forest are going to clear their lines. Is it carrying on? No, it isn't. Adrian Barton's on a 9.2. What has he done? He's got no assists or anything. He's just playing superbly well, apparently. He's nicked the ball again. Santalan in the middle. Finds Alan Roberts. Takes a few touches. Goes past lots of players. And he should have tucked that one away. He should have put that in the bottom corner. It's getting awfully close to the worrying time of the match where we are likely to concede because Football Manager just doesn't want us to win. Kick over the halfway line. Intercepted by Elliott. Finnegan's going to find Roberts. He does. 3 in the middle. Plays it back to Barton. Questionable pass. Barton, is he going to get his numbers up to a 10 potentially? Finnegan's chested it down. Elliott's facing away from goal. Plays it forward to Alan Roberts. Back to Gedson Fernandez. Fair enough. It's a lovely 1-2. Brynjarsen's got it. 3, 4, maybe 5 in the box. Cameron faces away from goal. Kicks it straight into the defender. And now the counter-attack is on. And thank you. Thank you, Finnegan. Dijkstra's nicked it as well. Elliott, ball forward to Allen. Santalan, back to Finnegan. Somebody make a run. Alan Roberts is the man. Controls it well. Lovely dink. It's in the back of the net. It is 3-1. Alan Roberts, the super sub, has hopefully sealed this victory. 3 points in a huge, huge match. A sensible manager would probably go defensive right now, but that is not me. The full-time whistle goes. It is a 3-1 victory. It looks quite good on paper, doesn't it? The last the second half was a little bit nervy, but we picked up the 3 points, and that is a huge 3 points in the grand scheme of things. So with 7 games left to play, we are 4 points clear of the relegation zone. There is obviously 7 games. There is a load of points, so mathematically we are nowhere near safe, but Burnley, Wolves, Fulham, Brentford and Forest are arguably the teams in this battle. One more victory could push us all the way up to 12th. Assuming other results go away, we could be 12th place in the table come the end of this episode. We're going to go forward now to the other side of the Watford game, which I expect we're probably going to lose. No, we won't come back at the other side of the Watford game. It is the 27th of March, which is actually my birthday. So I assume, what am I going to be in this? 47? That's old. I'm not going to be 47, am I? It's my 47th birthday in-game. That's a bit nuts. Anyway, why I called you back in is because we've got our youth intake and it is awful. They're all terrible. Nobody looks any good. Even Jason Dunn, who they reckon is our best option, he's just mental stats. That's all he is. He's got no technical attributes, no physical attributes, really. He's just a big striker. And realistically, he's got 5 concentration and 8 composure. He's not going to be scoring many goals. I've been putting a lot of time and a lot of money to try and get our youth facilities sorted and up to scratch where we're bringing in the best players, and we're getting absolute garbage. We have picked up 1 very good player in 12 seasons, and that is Keith Wooten, and he's arguably not that good. I think there's something there, but he's not going to be playing too many times for us. And we are currently in the process of improving our youth facilities. Can we improve youth recruitment? We can't. Also, we'll try it. It's not going to happen. We'll never get an under-23s team, even though I think that is something that is kind of holding us back. Now, this might look a bit strange to you. We're back on the 20th of March. I've just had a brief power cut. The previous footage, obviously, it existed, but the game didn't save, so I've now got to play Nottingham Forest again, and hopefully get a better youth intake. That's a very around-the-house way of trying to cheat a decent youth intake, isn't it? Just flick my power off. Anyway, I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to try and get the Forest result to be as close to what it was when we played them. So don't worry, you're not going to miss a thing. First job complete. We've beaten Forest 1-0. I mean, yeah, we technically beat them 3-1 last time, but I'll take a 1-0. We've got the 3 points. That's all that really matters. Next up, youth intake. And for our youth intake, I think the names are different, but the players are all just as poor. We just don't get a good youth intake, basically. Now, we're going to go forward to the other side of the Watford game. This episode is taking a lot longer than it should. Okay, we're still not even at the Watford game, but we've got the Next Gen Awards, and you might be able to spot a certain Tadej Bergent, I think is his name, at number 50. He is our only player on the list. All of you people who looked at him went, why did you bother buying him? Because apparently he's superb. Okay, apparently he's superb. He doesn't seem to be playing for Salzburg, which is a worry. But, I mean, he's good, isn't he? He's good. Also, he should be able to get a work permit soon. 60 days will apply for another one. In case you're interested, Gonzalo Robinson was a player that I genuinely did try and sign as well. He didn't want to join. Let's just ask the board. Do you reckon he'll sign for us? What do you want? I think we should sign Gonzalo Robinson. Just the best youngster in the world. The fans are behind me. Long story short, John Miller, our chairman, he doesn't want to spend all that money on him, which is fair enough. Let's not resign. I've just done suggest terms. He's not even that expensive, you know. If we do that, they might go for that. Almost. We're getting close. I mean, why are we doing this? We don't really need him. I feel like he doesn't want to join us anyway. The 50% profit's a bit steep. He might actually want to join us. This is a bit nuts. Okay, yeah, we don't have the money. We don't have a wage budget, guys. I don't think he's going to accept £100. I guess we just walk away and potentially ruin our chances of ever signing him. And that's not ideal. It's only 4 to 7 days. Right, we've finally played this Watford game, and annoyingly we did lose. It was expected that we were going to lose, but yeah, we lost 2-0. It means we are 16th place. Burnley have 2 games in hand over us. We are 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Brentford are up next. Brentford are doing just as badly as Nottingham Forest, so you have to hope that we should be good enough to win that. So let's go forward to another relegation battle. Right, just before we play Brentford then, a quick look at the league table. We are the game in hand. We're the Monday night football match because obviously we have to be on TV. It's a relegation scrap. We are still 16th place. A win will keep us in 16th place. A defeat will keep us in 16th place. Basically, we're ending the episode in 16th, but it is a question of whether it is a 4-point gap or whether it is a 7-point gap. A 7-point gap will be absolutely huge for Fulham, Brentford and Forest to try and close down. We have to get that to a 7-point gap. The starting 11 pretty much picks itself at the moment. It's going to be Pedisic in goal, Barton, Machuca, Charia comes in. He's returned from an injury. Dijkstra is also kind of nursing a small injury as well himself. Jim Gregg on the left, Elliott and Bean in the middle, Darko and Brynjarsen on the wings. Brynjarsen has to play because Moreno is currently out injured as well. Santillan and Rory Allen up front. Santillan is a risk, but Santillan is also very, very good at football, so we're just going to have to risk it. Theo Corbeau is sat on the bench, so is Dean Laird, so we do have some striking options as well. It's another home game. I didn't realise this was another home game. By the way, we were 3rd place manager of the month for March. There was only 3 games and we won all of them, but we were somehow 3rd place manager of the month for March, which is a bit nuts. Brentford don't look particularly bad, but I guess because we are so many seasons in, a lot of their players are ageing and perhaps not quite as good as they were initially. So players like Sean Longstaff, Nico Williams, players like that, they're actually very good, but maybe not so much when they're 33 years old. It's a clearance upfield by Brentford. Machuca's collected it for us. Plays it in the middle for Romain Charia. Probably going to be his last season on loan at us, although I said that 3 seasons ago. So yeah, who knows, he might be back for another season. Brynjarsen's in on goal, takes a touch, not the best touch from the Icelandic. Crosses, terrible cross. And Brentford can possibly counter-attack. Williams backwards to Kiana Hoover. Williams again with the ball. Hoover to Longstaff. A bunch of sort of mid-table average Premier League footballers there, aren't there? Hoover on the right-hand side. Plays it backwards. Peglow. In the middle is Williams again. Takes a few touches. Goes for goal. Almost tucks it away into the bottom corner. That is not what we want to happen. Bursic with the goal kick. Walters to Lopez, back to Bursic. Big kick over the halfway line by the former Birmingham youngster, I think. Greg to Bean, forward, finds Rory Allen, back to Brynjarsen. Terrible pass. Brynjarsen's not having a good game. We are probably missing Moreno on that wing, aren't we? Greg to Charia, across to Machuca. So build him from the back. 10 minutes on the clock. Elliott to Barton. First time pass to Darko. Still been absolutely awful for us. And again, that was a prime example of him being awful. Just a misplaced pass. Simic. Right-hand side is Nico Williams. He's got some space to run into. Number 2. He's got one in the box. He's probably going to find him, and he does find him. It's Roko Simic. It's 1-0 to Brentford. This is not what we want. This is not what we want to happen at all. Because if we lose this, we are definitely still in this relegation fight. We are going to be just 4 points clear of the relegation zone if we lose this game. And it means Brentford suddenly have themselves a chance to escape it. I don't do this often, but we are going to give him a shout. Give him a demand more. See if it fires anybody up. It's annoyed. Elliott, Darko and Brynjarsen. Great. Final few minutes of the first half. Allen to Brynjarsen. Backwards to Charia on the halfway line. Santalan to Bean. Right hand side is Andrew Barton. Controls it well. 4 maybe in the box. He's lost the ball. He's just ran the ball to a Brentford player. Now Peglo can possibly make a break. No, he can't. Elliott sticks a leg out. Barton can get himself another chance, possibly. Lumps it forward to Bean. First time shot from Bean. And almost finds the back of the net, but instead it goes just wide. And now we have a corner instead. Fair enough, Machuca's there at the front. His headed effort goes over the bar. We're getting better. We are getting into this game. But annoyingly, obviously, Brentford do have that goal. Right, we're going to need to work some wonders at half-time with our team talk. Because we have got some poor performing players. Thrash Arms, what is that? Get your acts together. Do we want to say anything else? We've got just motivated players. Which is probably for the best. Now, a good manager would possibly do a tweak to formations. Maybe do something to get Darko and Santalan playing a little bit better. But not me. I'm sticking with the 4-2-4. Walters. Forward, loses out. That is good. That's what we want to see. Santalan needs some support. Darko is that support. 3 in the box. Plays it to Allen. Oh my word. Rory Allen with a lovely little back flick. Makes it 1-1. 11 minutes into the second half. The team talk might have done the trick. Also, Darko got an assist. It's not something he does too often. Right, substitution time. Santalan is going to be coming off. Dean Laird or Corbino? I think we go for Laird. Dean Laird had a few seasons playing as a striker for us a long time ago, let's be honest. Let's put him back in that position, see what he can do. Pedicic and Machuca both playing poorly. Not ideal when it's your goalkeeper and one of your centre-backs who are struggling to get a performance. Peglo on the left for Brentford. In the middle to Longstaff. Mansverk. Now, this man, Baron Zayer? Maybe. Could be. You clown. Has Barton just... Barton's given away a penalty. Referee's going to go have a watch of a TV over 7 miles away from where he currently is, so don't worry, we have to watch all of this. Checking for the penalty. It is a penalty. It is definitely a penalty. I don't know what you're checking. I told you, it is a penalty. Right, Pedicic, I need you to save this, or I need number 27 to hit it wide. That's what we're after here. I don't want this to be nestling in the bottom corner. Peglo steps up. Pedicic goes the right way. But Peglo manages to put it in the bottom corner. Is that his whole name? Peglo? I'm sorry, I know we've just conceded a goal, but his whole name is Peglo. He's real? There's a real man called Peglo. João Gabriel Martins Peglo. I mean, fair enough. I'm now annoyed that a real man called Peglo scored a penalty against us. Time for another shout. I'm going to... What do we do? Demand more. We've got 20 minutes even, not 11 minutes. 2 players going off injured, 1 from either side. Laird whips in the cross, doesn't get it past anybody. Elliott finds Barton, loads of space. Feel like he might have cheated there. He was definitely one of the players who was off the pitch. He's lost out to bloody Peglo again, hasn't he? Mansverk. Big kick upfield from the defender. Now Charia backwards though for us. Bean to Allen to Laird. We need to find ourselves an equaliser. Darko, it's managed to find Rory Allen. He tucks the ball away, but I think he is flagged for offside. Checking VAR. It's awarded. Oh my word, that goal could be vital. Absolutely vital. Right, I'm going to do myself a change. It's going to be Adrian Barton coming off. Mamadou Diallo is going to come on. A player who I wanted to play a lot more this season, but never really got the chance. Machuca as well coming off because he's playing poorly. Bram Dijkstra is the man to come on. I assume Peglo, he's probably just ripping our defence apart. A draw isn't bad. A draw, I mean, it's not great, is it? A draw's not great, but it's not bad. I would have, if you said you'd get a win and a draw in these 2 matches, I probably would have gone, you know what? I'd rather that than a defeat in any of them. Dijkstra to Elliott. Ball forward to Darko. Now Dean Laird finds Diallo. Terrible pass. Diallo's also picks up a knock. He's been on the pitch for about 7 minutes and he's picked up a knock already. Bursic in goal for Brentford. 1.5 minutes of normal time to play. Nico Williams has got all the time and all the space in the world. Plays it on the ground. Peglow's closing down the goalkeeper. Straight into the hands of Perisic. It's a weird highlight. Don't you dare do that. What was that? That has not crossed the line, has it? It doesn't look like it's crossed the line. I was about to say this is a weird highlight. I feel like something's going to happen. Something did happen. But thankfully, nothing really happened. Something happened, but it didn't happen, did it? It's 2-2. It's a 2-2 draw against Brentford. We should have won that. Perisic had a shocking game. 6.4 from Perisic. So obviously we knew what we were going to expect. We were going to be 16th place in the table regardless of what happened. But it is still annoyingly close. Fulham can catch us up. Burnley obviously can catch us up. We can catch up Wolves. We can catch Leeds, Brighton, Bournemouth. Arguably Spurs aren't safe at the moment. Next episode is going to be the final episode of this season. And, I mean, that's a big game already. Spurs is a huge match. We are definitely losing that one. Wolves, Brighton, Burnley. We might do the final 3 matches in the next episode. So, going to do Spurs and Chelsea off camera. And we'll return for Wolves. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe, all the fun, fancy YouTubey stuff. And I'll be back next time for the final episode of our debut season in the Premier League. And hopefully we have another one in the Premier League. I don't want to go back down to the Championship.